Jeffrey Cranford here. Hope you're having a great day here with Lynx Players International, and I've got a little something I want to talk to you about today, and that's your kids or your grandkids who aren't at this moment following Jesus, or maybe even some having claimed to be atheist, as is my course of conversation with many. Jeff Hopper, our COO, and myself have had many long discussions through the years about what is the number one issue with our ministry. The number one issue with our demographic tends to be those folks who have now living behind the walls of these country clubs across the country. And without fail, it always returns back to the issue of my kids or my grandkids don't know the Lord, and I am in somewhat a place of desperation. How shall I proceed? What shall I do? Is there any book that I can get them? Is there anything I can do to try to navigate these waters and the frustration that we're experiencing in not having our kids know the Lord? And so you can imagine, in terms of earthly concerns, there's not much more of a concern than our families. And that should be the case. So as we think about this, and we've thought about this issues through the years, and I've sat over many a cup of coffee or dinner or breakfast or lunch and tried to work through some of the issues. Many say, well, you know, my kids grew up in a faith-filled family, and now I don't know what's happened. I don't know if they're just sowing their oats or what they're doing, but it's now, you know, they're in their 40s or even 50s now, and they're still not following the Lord, and I don't know how to proceed. Others say, you know what, I've come to know the Lord and come to faith even over the last maybe 10 years, and my kids were certainly not reared in a family that was a faith family or that knew Jesus, and I have so much guilt and so much regret. Well, over the last about a year, Jeff and I, as we've discussed this, have now written a book called Love Never Fails. And we would love to offer this to you, to both. It's not so much of a how-to book, really. It's more of an encouragement. There's certainly, we try to answer the questions and give the scriptures. The scriptures, in some ways, you have to read a little bit between the lines. The scriptures are full of, quite frankly, bad parenting by King David and others, and yet he was a man after God's own heart. And how did that work, and what does that look like, and how can I be encouraged, and how can I pray, and how should I pray, and what should I pray for? And a lot of that we try to cover in Love Never Fails. So we would like to offer this. All the proceeds go back directly into the ministry to help us get in behind the walls of the country club. You can order this through lynxplayers.com, or you can go to Amazon and order it over to Amazon. And you can also order it over Amazon in Kindle fashion. But we would love to make this available, and we'll make this available to you now. And we would also love your feedback, maybe your stories or anything that you can give us to help encourage us and also encourage others. These are my kids behind me, and they're not yet out of the house, so I still have 3 kids at home. And someone say, well, what would empower you to be a person that would understand what it's like to have adult kids who don't know the Lord? And my perspective is not from one and having kids, but from the kid being on the other side, who was not following the Lord and not believing, and watching my parents and the waters they had to navigate until Jesus chased me down. Remember this: there's nobody on the planet or in the cosmos that wants your kids to come into a saving knowledge of Jesus more than the Creator himself. So when you've got him on your side, you've got all you need. So I hope that you find this book as encouragement, and we love you. We love you being part of the family of Lynx. And anyway, just know that we're in prayer. Please send us your prayer requests and maybe we start a blog or something where we have a place where people can come and share their experiences, both where they are now and where they were before their kids came into a saving faith. Hope you have a great day.